John Keats, 1795 to 1821, was an English Romantic poet whose works are celebrated for their lyrical beauty, vivid imagery, and exploration of themes such as love, beauty, and mortality. Here's a detailed biography of Keats, along with some of his notable works. Early life. John Keats was born on October 31st, 1795, in London, England. He was the eldest of 5 children born to Thomas Keats and Frances Jennings Keats. His father worked as a stable keeper, and his mother died when he was just 8 years old. Education. Keats attended the Clarke School in Enfield, where he received a basic education. He later studied medicine at Guy's Hospital in London, where he completed his training as an apothecary. However, his true passion lay in poetry, and he devoted much of his time to reading and writing. Literary career. Keats began writing poetry in his late teens and published his first poem in 1816. He quickly gained recognition for his talent, and his early works, including Endymion, 1818, and the collection Poems, 1817, were well received by critics. Mature period. In the years leading up to his death, Keats produced some of his most celebrated works, including Ode to a Nightingale, 1819, Ode on a Grecian Urn, 1819, and To Autumn, 1819. These poems are considered among the greatest achievements of English Romantic poetry. Personal life. Keats's life was marked by tragedy and hardship. He lost both of his parents at a young age, and he struggled with financial difficulties throughout his life. He also experienced numerous romantic disappointments, including his unrequited love for Fanny Brawne, whom he addressed in his famous letters. Illness and death. In 1820, Keats's health began to decline, and he was diagnosed with tuberculosis, then known as consumption. Despite his illness, he continued to write, but his condition worsened, and he traveled to Italy in search of a warmer climate. He died in Rome on February 23, 1821, at the age of 25. Works: Endymion, 1818. Keats's first major work, a narrative poem based on the Greek myth of the shepherd Endymion and the moon goddess Selene. Odes, 1819, a series of odes written in 1819, including Ode to a Nightingale, Ode on a Grecian Urn, and Ode on Melancholy. These poems are celebrated for their beauty, lyricism, and exploration of timeless themes.
Hyperion, 1818 to 1819. An unfinished epic poem inspired by Greek mythology, which Keats abandoned after writing only a few books. Lamia, 1820. A narrative poem based on the Greek legend of Lamia, a beautiful woman transformed into a serpent. Keats's poetry is characterized by its rich imagery, musicality, and sensuous language. Despite his short life and limited output, he is considered one of the greatest poets in the English language, and his works continue to be studied and admired for their enduring beauty and emotional depth.